And welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. Well, Nigerians are still celebrating the good times of the festive season, which was rudely interrupted by those attacks in Sokoto, but permit my words. And now the dust has settled, and we're still here in Lagos with the spirit of Detty December. Here's a bit of a snippet.
Like, Nigeria has to be the best holiday I've ever been on. And bear in mind, I've been to Miami Spring Break, I've been to Dubai in September, I've been to all these party holidays, DLT Malta, the list goes on. But nothing comes close to Nigeria, and that's me being honest. Because I'm thinking to myself, why has every country I've been to not given me this sort of experience? Someone needs to answer that question for me, because I'm thinking to myself, this place is not a real place. Like, if you come for a week, I promise you will leave, in that week you'll leave satisfied. You'll leave thinking that you've done a holiday, you don't even need to travel anymore. The day of December has to be the best place. Lagos, I promise you right now, you need to start making this a bigger place. Because the amount of traffic there is, I'm not even surprised. Everyone wants to come right now to Lagos, Nigeria, because we're #1 trending when it comes to the holidays. #1. People, I think, might as well just move here right now. People might as well experience this type of life all year round. Because I can't just be here for day December and then go back to UK and then that's it. I need to make this an actual permanent stay. Because day December, as I've said, you owe me nothing. God.
Well, inhabitants of Lagos, Nigeria's commercial capital, are smack in the middle of the end-of-year festivities, which are now popularly coined Detty December. Also in Lagos at the moment, there are perhaps hundreds of visitors from various parts of the world who are lapping up the excitement of the city's holiday spots, the enchantment of her lifestyle and nightlife, etc. Well, in spite of all this, some are insisting that a whole lot more needs to be done to explore the entertainment and economic potential of Detty December. In Lagos, joining us now to have a conversation is Odera Okwuosa, a content creator and influencer who we just saw in that video. Good morning. Good to have you in the studio.
Good morning.
Oh, you are excited to be in Lagos, boy.
I love Lagos.
It's really, it's nice to see. We were just talking about how Nigeria needs a bit of a rebrand in terms of the bad publicity we get on our politics. But yeah, it seems that Detty December is a branding for a certain microcosm of youth and people from the abroad who are escaping the cold weather to come here and jollificate. So let me just ask you, Nigerian women have been treating you well, huh? Is that why you don't want to go back?
Nigerian people are amazing.
You got him there.
See, nice save. Yeah. But out of all the experiences you have that you've had in Lagos, why do you think that? What is exactly the pull of Detty December? What's your most favorite activity that you've enjoyed? And could you give us a bit of background on yourself? Like, is this your first time in Lagos, or do you come back and go?
Yeah, so I've been back in Lagos. I went a year ago for Detty December, second time now. Okay. And I've come back because, like I said, there's nothing like home. I love coming back here. They treat me like, I like being treated well. They show me respect. From the minute you leave the airport, like, everyone treats you like, you know, how I want to be treated if I was in UK. And this is what I've considered moving here. My best experiences here, even like the clubs, for example. I have cousins that run 245 club, named called Charles, Ozzy, and by the way, they're doing big things. And the nightlife here is amazing. So there's so many things for people that are coming, you know, from UK or anywhere around the world that wants to come there December to explore. You know, whether it's lounges or just the cultural aspects of things in Nigeria, which is amazing too.
What drove you to make that the clip that we saw where you celebrated Lagos and you said, this is the best thing that has happened? I mean, I love it, and I'm sure that, Lagos itself will like it. I mean, it's almost like recreating the whole idea of, ain't no party like the Lagos party, which is what you've been experiencing. Yeah. But then what drove you? You didn't do that last year. Is it like this year is a lot more, on a higher scale, or what was the point?
From the year, from last year to this year, I've definitely seen the improvement for myself. And even just like for myself, I'm just enjoying it a lot more. Like I said, with the people that are here, I feel like I'm a king. I don't get this kind of respect in London. I see so many people from Nigeria wishing they moved to UK. And like, you lot are living the dream right now. Like for myself, I think Nigeria is the dream. And this is where you want to be, you know, create a life for yourself. And there's so much opportunities, like I said, that you can explore in Nigeria.
But could you also be because you can afford it? I mean, if you're bringing, you know, pounds sterling, you know, to Nigeria, and then you can afford it, isn't it?
It's true.
Is it a factor?
True. Yeah, I think that plays a part 100%. Because when I come here, having that kind of financial backing would help you, you know, enjoy more for day December. Because, you know, I'm not gonna lie, Lagos is expensive, especially when I live the high life. You know, you do need money. You know, going out to nightclubs and whatnot, it's not cheap. So I can understand it in that sense.
And with the economic situation on ground, even last year during Detty December, didn't our GDP shoot up just a little bit? Like it helped our dire economic status because, of course, the foreign dollar or pound stretches over here. But I want just a word of caution, or just to make things a little bit realistic, because Lagos is chaotic. I know you've been treated really nice, and it is a great place to be. There's no place like home. Man is always going to be treated better at home than he is, you know, outside. All of that. But for us who are career Lagos lifers, we know Lagos can be chaotic. There's a lot of traffic. Logistics are an issue. Maybe payment issues, etc. How do you balance the reality of Lagos stress with Lagos beauty? Because do you feel like you have a responsibility to your audience to show both? Because I do know we have been getting a lot of kids with flies on their faces, village talk, you know, all of that coverage of Africa and Nigeria and what is the modern sense of it. And then there's now this coverage of, you know, the high life and Cardi B and everyone coming over here and partying and all this stuff. But Lagos is very, it's very dynamic. So do you feel like you have a responsibility to your audience to be like, hey, we got this great thing, but at the same time, so maybe you're presenting a more balanced view of what's on ground?
That's true, because like you said, not everyone's going to have the same view as myself. Some other people might see the other side of Lagos where they're not happy with certain aspects. The traffic I've seen as a major issue. So, you know, this is something, maybe I should explore both sides of it. So when people are traveling in for Dirty December, they know, you know, you have this side of the argument where it's great and you're going to enjoy it. But again, there's going to be other aspects to it where, you know, you need to see all the, I wouldn't say negative, but potential things that you could face when you do come to Nigeria. The traffic is being one of the major things. So, you know, like I said in my video there, whether we talk to Tinubu, we make the roads a bit larger, I don't know. We need to think of some ideas, because I think it's going to keep growing each year. Day December is going to become even bigger in 2026, 2027. And like you said, it's increasing the economy. So I think it's something we should be looking to explore. I think it's good.
What do you think is driving the traffic of people like your good self in the diaspora, you know, coming back home? I mean, how I said, you know, living the cold, but then it's probably beyond the weather. What are the key things that you think, you know, in terms of culture, in terms of entertainment, in terms of creative economy, that you think is, you know, bringing people back here, having fun, and at the same time, you know, just basically rebranding Lagos and Nigeria? What do you think is driving it?
I think people are starting to understand, obviously, there's nothing like home, you know, so when you in UK, like I said for myself, I love the way people show me respect here. That's the number one thing I would say. Like, there's no one that will back you like your country. Nigeria, like, shows me so much love, so much support when I'm going out, and everyone's like, I love how you're celebrating our country. And, you know, you don't get this in other places around the world. And I think, like I said, opportunities is endless in Nigeria. I think you just need to explore and know the right people. And people should definitely look into seeing what they can do to actually benefit themselves here rather than thinking they need to travel to other countries, because you can make a great career for yourself, a great life for yourself here in Nigeria.
Which of the concerts have you seen so far?
Yeah, I was going to ask that too.
Davido. Yeah, I went to Davido recently in Abuja.
Okay.
Yeah, he was amazing. So yeah, that's the main one I've seen. Last year I went to see Rema.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a few concerts. And we have the best artists. Nigeria, like, in terms of music artists, like, we're number one.
Afrobeats.
Even just the experience, the on-ground experience. But, I'm guessing you're going to come next December. You got to check out some of the festivals, because that's another pivot from the clubbing lifestyle and the big concerts. They're also smaller, more intimate gatherings with
and the live theater is there, the cinemas are there. There
there's
are other December divas, who like,
there's other
new
things
things every December, and they're there, theaters.
There's, like I said, there's so much to touch on. Festivals, theaters, there's so many things. Rather than just clubbing every night, use the whole 24 hours and see what other things can do in Nigeria, because there's a lot to offer.
Well, there we go.
Well, as a content creator, before we let you go, aside the traffic issue, what other areas do you think that the government can improve on, to make this whole movement, cultural movement, more attractive to the international audiences?
Great question. I would say maybe like for internationals coming to Nigeria, maybe creating I'm not sure if there is already a Day December app. So people that are coming
Someone's got that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So maybe pushing that out more to the international audience.
Okay.
Because a lot of times people, they come to Nigeria, they might not understand or know exactly where to find the clubs. People might be new to this, especially if they're first time. So I think having that and making sure people know where to explore all these things will be very pivotal for the experience in Day December.
Okay.
Very,
Fantastic.
very, very well said. Thank you so much for that, Odera, Okwuosa. All the best with your content creation, and enjoy New Year's as well, because that's a whole...
You're here till New Year?
Are you here till New Year?
Here till the 13th of January.
Look at that. You people need to start leaving. I was saying, by the second, y'all need to start getting out. Anyways, good to have you on the program.